I'm Ollie Beans from I Freaking Love This. Welcome to this review of the Logitech G910 keyboard. The G910 keyboard from Logitech is my daily keyboard. You can see it's still plugged in right here. And let me tell you, I put this thing through some shit. So let's find out how it's held up to my abuse in this Logitech G910 keyboard review. The current version of the Logitech G910 is the Orion Spectrum, which is the successor to the Orion Spark. The main differences between the two being the shape of the top of the keycaps, as well as the size and shape of the wrist rest. The awkward shape of the wrist rest in the older Spark version of the G910 really didn't have any place for you to rest your right hand. The Spectrum version now fixes that with a full width wrist rest. As for the keycaps in the older Spark version, they had a concave top to the top of the keycaps that was almost sharp, and it really led to a lot of mistypes as well as slower movement from one key to the other. Essentially, your finger would get stuck on that concave part, leading to a lot of mistypes. The Spectrum version reverts that concave design back to a more standard keycap top design, which I have to say is just leaps and bounds better than the Spark concave design. I really respect Logitech though for trying something new, and I respect them even more for listening to community and reverting it back to the standard style in the newer Spectrum version. The G910 Orion Spectrum by Logitech shines in three categories: functionality, durability, and design. Let's start off with functionality. The most important part of any keyboards is the keys. The G910 uses Logitech's proprietary Roamer G tactile mechanical keys. Now, this proprietary nature of the keys means you most likely aren't going to be able to find replacement keycaps to customize your keyboard, as a lot of mechanical keyboard enthusiasts love to do. So if you are one of the aforementioned mechanical keyboard enthusiasts, this might not be the best keyboard for you, which is fine for me, because I just want a keyboard that is fast, responsive, and lasts a long time. The G910 also has 9 G keys, which are command keys essentially, that are used for macros. I use mine both in-game and for when I'm typing. For work, I have pre-written responses to common questions from my clients, and for gaming, I've pre-written trash talk programmed in. You can increase the amount of G keys by using the M keys, which each M key represents a pre-configured profile of 9 individual G keys. The G910 also has media keys for play, pause, stop, skip forward and backwards, and like any good gaming keyboard, it has a gaming mode button, which disables clicking that Windows key. It also has indicator lights for number, caps, and scroll lock. The G910 also has anti-ghosting on each one of the 113 keys. So that really means you're not going to have any mispresses by hitting too many keys at once. It's going to register each individual key and not get confused by it, which is always good. The Logitech G910 also has a little compartment to hold your phone. And this is an attempt by Logitech to connect it with their aux software, which gives you in-game and system statistics on an Android or iOS app. Now, there's plenty of Android and iOS apps that already do this, but it's nice for Logitech to have somewhere to kind of try to integrate it with their keyboard. Unfortunately, it's not much of an integration. I don't really use that cradle because, one, it doesn't hold up my phone very well with my phone case on it, and it doesn't actually charge the phone. So the other stands that I have are just much more practical for me, but you might like it. The G910 is also a really good looking keyboard, right? A lot of these RGB keyboards, which the Logitech G910 is, it's a fully RGB programmable keyboard, so you can have random different displays of different colors, sequencing, or you can, what I like to do is make the different subsect of numbers their own color. You know, so all the letter keys purple, my WASD keys blue, my number keys yellow, and so on and so forth. And that's personally how I like to use it. And you can do all of that through the Logitech G Hub software. But the actual design of the keyboard isn't too out there, right? It doesn't look like it came off of a spaceship, but it is sleek and current modern design. In conclusion, the Logitech G910 keyboard is on the list of things I freaking love because of the design, the durability, and the speed and responsiveness of those Roamer G tactile switches. I'll be throwing some links underneath in the description of where you can pick up your own Logitech G910. I'll also be putting some links to where you can get the G-Hub software as well as the Ox second screen app. If you ever have any questions for me, I'm Ollie Beans on Twitch. I stream 3 nights a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Right now my schedule is Tuesdays and Fridays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, and on Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. But that'll change. Usually the best thing to do is just give me a follow, and I'll throw that link in the description as well below, and you'll be notified of when I go live. I'm Ollie Beans from I Freaking Love This. I'll see you in the next video. Be good to each other.